Going to turn now to the popular chain of stores across the country breaking its $1 promise. Dollar Trees are now hiking prices, and Will Reeve is here with more. Will, is the dollar in dollar store officially dying?
Do you remember when walking into Dollar Tree felt like stepping into a safe place for your wallet? When every single item was exactly $1, no questions asked, no surprises at checkout, no mental math? For decades, it was the one store you could count on. A place where trust was built right into the sign above the door. But today, something has changed. The very promise that made Dollar Tree special, that simple $1 guarantee, has quietly disappeared. Prices are climbing, products are shrinking, and what once felt like a bargain now feels more like a gamble. Seniors who depended on Dollar Tree to stretch their fixed incomes are starting to wonder what happened to the store we trusted. The unsettling part is that it is not just about paying a little more. Behind the higher price tags are hidden changes, sneaky tricks, slipping quality, and store conditions that make longtime shoppers shake their heads in disbelief. Some even call it a betrayal, because Dollar Tree was never just another discount store. It was a promise, a certainty, in uncertain times. And now millions of people are walking away. Why? What's really going on behind those shelves and under those price stickers? Stay with me. Because once you hear what Dollar Tree has been doing with its prices, you'll realize this story is about much more than losing a dollar. It is about losing trust. For decades, Dollar Tree was more than just another discount store. It was a promise you could count on. You knew the deal before you ever stepped foot inside. Every single item, no matter what it was, cost $1. That meant you could shop without second-guessing yourself, without pulling out a calculator, and without worrying whether you could afford to grab just one more thing. For many seniors, that sense of certainty was priceless. You could walk in with a $10 bill and walk out with 10 items in your bag, every single time. It was simple, it was honest, and it built trust. But those days are gone. The $1 promise has been replaced with price tags that keep creeping higher. First, it was $1.25, then $1.50, and now many shelves hold items marked at $2 or even higher. What started as a temporary adjustment to deal with inflation has quietly become the new normal, and for shoppers it feels like the rug has been pulled out from under them. The real frustration comes from the unpredictability. You can no longer walk into Dollar Tree knowing exactly what you'll pay. Instead, you pick up an item, glance at the label, and get a little shock. Some shoppers simply put the product back on the shelf and walk away. Others leave the store altogether, empty-handed and disappointed. That sense of trust that Dollar Tree built its reputation on, that simple peace of mind, has completely vanished. And it's not just about money, it's about what the brand stood for. Dollar Tree was different from other stores because you didn't have to think about prices at all. There was no comparing, no guessing, no math. That was their superpower. They took the stress out of shopping, especially for those living on strict budgets. But the moment they abandoned the $1 identity, they gave up the very thing that made them unique. Now many loyal customers feel betrayed. They're not just paying more, they're losing the security of knowing what to expect. For seniors especially, who often rely on fixed incomes and careful planning, this shift hits hard. When every penny matters, the difference between $1 and $2 is more than just small change, it's a broken promise. What truly made Dollar Tree special wasn't just the $1 price tag, it was the trust that came with it. For decades, shoppers knew they could walk in, grab whatever they needed, and walk out without stress or second guessing. That simplicity gave people peace of mind, especially seniors living on tight fixed incomes. Dollar Tree wasn't just a store, it was a promise. But once prices began to rise, that trust was shattered. And the real question is, why would a company give up the one thing that made it unique? Dollar Tree wasn't just competing on low prices. Plenty of other stores sold cheap products. What made it stand out was its guarantee, the certainty that every item was $1. That promise made shopping simple, stress-free, and even enjoyable. So why throw that away? Many believe it comes down to corporate greed. Inflation was the excuse, but was it the real reason? After all, once they saw customers accept the first jump to $1.25, what stopped them from pushing it further? $1.50, $2, and who knows what next? Step by step, corporate leaders quietly redefined what Dollar Tree stood for. Some shoppers suspect this was the plan all along. The temporary adjustment may have been a way to test the waters, to see how far they could go before customers pushed back. And the more people accepted it, the more room corporate gave themselves to keep raising prices. It is almost as if they were gambling with the trust of loyal shoppers, betting that convenience would outweigh frustration. But for seniors especially, the change feels like a betrayal. Dollar Tree once gave them dignity, the ability to shop freely without worrying about price shocks at the register. Now that dignity is being chipped away, replaced with uncertainty and stress. And behind it all, you can't help but wonder, was this really about inflation? Or was it about profit margins, shareholders and executives who decided that loyalty was worth sacrificing for a few extra cents on every sale? Because here's the truth, when a brand abandons the very promise it was built on, it tells you something bigger. It tells you that the people running the company value short-term profits over long-term trust. And once that bond of trust is broken, no price tag can fix it. If the rising prices weren't bad enough, Dollar Tree has turned to another tactic that feels even more sneaky: shrinkflation. On the surface, everything looks familiar. The same bottles of detergent, the same snack bags, the same paper products. But look a little closer, and you'll see the quiet trick that's playing out across the shelves. Packages are smaller, quantities are lower, and quality is thinner, yet the price is higher than ever. Think about it. That bottle of dish soap that once lasted weeks now runs out after just a handful of uses. A bag of chips that used to fill a bowl now barely covers the bottom. Rolls of toilet paper are shorter, thinner, and less absorbent, forcing you to use more just to get the same job done. Even household basics like trash bags tear before you can get them from the kitchen to the curb. It's not just inconvenient, it's insulting. And here's the part that makes people suspicious. None of this is happening by accident. Corporate decision makers know that customers notice price tags first. So instead of shocking you with a big jump, they shrink the products behind the scenes, betting that most people won't catch on. It's the kind of move that looks clever on a balance sheet, but feels like betrayal when you get home and realize your purchase barely lasts. Shoppers are noticing though, especially longtime customers who have been buying these products for years. Seniors in particular remember when Dollar Tree items actually stretched a budget. Today many are literally holding old packages side by side with new ones, comparing ounces, sheets, and serving sizes. And when they see the difference, the frustration is real. It's not just about losing value, it's about losing trust in a store that built its name on fairness and simplicity. But here's where the speculation grows darker. Was this a carefully planned shift? Many believe shrinkflation is not just a reaction to inflation, but a long-term corporate strategy. First raise the price a little, then shrink the product a little more, and before you know it, customers are paying double while getting half. All the while, executives can point to economic pressures as if their hands were tied, when in reality it may have been a calculated way to boost profits while hiding the truth. And for seniors, this has real consequences. On a fixed income, every purchase counts. You plan your shopping list carefully, knowing exactly what will last the week or the month. But when those products shrink without warning, your budget no longer stretches the way it used to. That $1 bag of cookies that once lasted the grandkids' visit is gone in a single afternoon. The detergent that once carried you through the month now sends you back to the store halfway through. It's not just frustrating, it feels like being cheated. Shrinkflation is more than smaller packages. It's a sign that Dollar Tree no longer values the loyalty of its shoppers. Instead of protecting the people who kept the store alive for decades, corporate has chosen to protect its bottom line. And every time a product shrinks while the price grows, the message becomes clearer. Dollar Tree isn't shrinking just its products. It's shrinking the trust it once had with millions of customers. As if higher prices and shrinking packages weren't enough, Dollar Tree shoppers are noticing something even more alarming. The quality of the products themselves is slipping fast. Items that once held up just fine are now breaking within days, sometimes even hours. And this raises a serious question. Is this another cost-cutting move from the top? Think about the everyday things seniors depend on. Plastic storage bins that used to last a season now crack when you lift them from the shelf. Kitchen utensils bend or snap while stirring soup. Paper towels don't absorb spills anymore, they just push the mess around. Trash bags tear before you've even placed them in the can. Products that were once cheap but decent now feel like flimsy knockoffs, not worth the space in your cart. And here's where it feels deliberate. Many believe this decline in quality isn't random, it's corporate strategy. By cutting corners on materials, manufacturers can deliver products at a lower cost to Dollar Tree, while the company keeps prices climbing. On paper, it looks like efficiency, but for shoppers, it feels like betrayal. Because what's the use of paying $1.50 or even $2 for something that doesn't work at all? The suspicion grows stronger when you notice how widespread the problem is. It's not just one product line. It's toys that snap in half before the grandkids even get them home. It's notebooks that fall apart after 3 pages of writing. It's holiday decorations that break while you're still unpacking them. Seniors who remember Dollar Tree as a reliable place for basic household items now describe the products as disposable junk. So what happened? Did Dollar Tree's leadership simply decide that quality no longer matters as long as the shelves are stocked? Or worse, are they banking on the fact that customers won't bother returning items that only cost $1 or $2? If so, it's a cold calculation, one that treats loyal shoppers not as valued customers but as expendable revenue. For seniors, this is especially painful. Dollar Tree once represented dignity, a place where you could buy affordable goods that actually worked. Now it feels like every purchase is a gamble, and when a store makes you question whether its products can do the most basic tasks, it sends a message. Quality is no longer part of the deal. The sad truth is this: Dollar Tree isn't just cutting corners on its products, it's cutting corners on the trust that built its empire. And the more corners they cut, the more customers begin to wonder, is this really the same store we once knew? If rising prices and shrinking products weren't frustrating enough, what Dollar Tree is doing with its pricing tactics might be the biggest betrayal of all. Shoppers are beginning to peel back price stickers and uncover something shocking underneath: the original manufacturer's price tag. And what they're finding is proof that Dollar Tree's so-called bargains aren't bargains at all. They're massive markups. Imagine picking up a bottle of cleaning spray marked at $1.50, only to discover the original sticker underneath says 37 cents. Or buying party decorations for $2 when the manufacturer's suggested retail price was just 50 cents. One woman in Ohio even found birthday candles priced at $1.25, with a hidden sticker underneath that revealed the original price, 6 cents. That's not a deal, that's a 20 times markup. For decades, Dollar Tree built its reputation on trust. You didn't need to compare prices or worry about being taken advantage of. But now, the evidence shows that corporate isn't just raising prices. They're deliberately hiding the real value of products from loyal customers. And by removing items from their original packaging and rebagging them into generic Dollar Tree containers, they make it nearly impossible to tell what something was really worth before it hit the shelf. This isn't just sloppy business. It feels like a carefully planned strategy to squeeze every last penny from shoppers who may not notice the difference. And who suffers most? Seniors on fixed incomes, who come into Dollar Tree hoping to stretch their budgets, only to realize they've been charged many times more than what an item should cost. The speculation here is unavoidable. Has Dollar Tree traded transparency for profit? By disguising costs and playing games with packaging, corporate leaders are sending a clear message. They're no longer relying on trust to bring customers back. Instead, they're betting on confusion, making it harder for shoppers to know what's fair and what's inflated. For longtime customers, this feels like a betrayal at the deepest level. Dollar Tree wasn't just about affordability, it was about honesty. You knew what you were getting, you knew you could trust the store. But now with hidden stickers, inflated markups, and sneaky repackaging, that honesty is gone. And once customers start questioning whether every single purchase is a trick, the damage to trust is nearly impossible to repair. Once upon a time, Dollar Tree stores were known for something surprising. Even though prices were low, the stores were tidy, organized, and easy to shop in. Aisles were clear, shelves were stocked, and customers, especially older shoppers, could count on a safe, welcoming environment. That sense of pride and presentation made people feel comfortable. But walk into many Dollar Tree stores today, and the picture is very different. Floors sticky with mystery spills, aisles blocked with unopened boxes, shopping carts abandoned in random spots, and trash left sitting in corners for weeks. Some shoppers describe it as stepping into a warehouse instead of a store. Seniors who once enjoyed browsing now find themselves dodging clutter, maneuvering walkers or canes around obstacles, and wondering what happened to the standards that used to define Dollar Tree. And here's the unsettling part. This doesn't feel like an accident. Corporate once invested in regular mystery shoppers who inspected stores for cleanliness and safety. Those inspections seem to have disappeared. Why? Many believe it's a deliberate cost-cutting decision. By trimming staff hours and slashing budgets for maintenance, corporate saves money, but customers pay the price with a shopping experience that feels unsafe and unwelcoming. The signs of neglect are everywhere. Bathrooms in disrepair, shelves half empty while other sections are overstuffed, even foul odors hanging in the air. Seniors who make up a huge portion of Dollar Tree's loyal base are particularly vulnerable here. Cluttered aisles aren't just annoying, they can be dangerous. One misplaced box could mean a serious fall for someone with mobility challenges. So why would corporate let conditions slide like this? The speculation is clear. Profits come first. Labor costs are one of the biggest expenses for retailers. By cutting staff hours, Dollar Tree can boost short-term earnings, even if it means long lines at checkout, overflowing trash bins, and stores that look more like flea markets than national chains. But this short-term thinking comes at a cost. When a store looks neglected, customers feel neglected. Shoppers begin to wonder, if corporate doesn't care about keeping the floors clean, what else are they cutting corners on? Quality? Safety? Fair pricing? The moment cleanliness disappears, trust erodes even further. For seniors who remember when Dollar Tree felt like a safe haven for their budgets, the decline in store conditions feels like the final insult. It's not just about sticky floors or cluttered aisles, it's about what those conditions represent, a corporation that no longer values the dignity of its customers. Have you noticed this change in your local Dollar Tree? Were the stores once clean and welcoming, but now feel cluttered and neglected? Share your experience in the comments. Your stories help show just how widespread this problem has become. For many longtime shoppers, the Dollar Tree experience used to be consistent. You could count on finding household basics, cleaning supplies, and seasonal items that were decent enough to get the job done. The shelves were stocked, and you knew what to expect each time you walked through the doors. But today, customers are noticing a very different story. Rows of empty shelves greet you as you walk in, while the spaces that are filled often contain random products nobody asked for. Energy drinks with strange labels, off-brand toys, or novelty items that feel like leftovers from another store. Seniors looking for essentials like dish soap or toilet cleaner are left wandering, frustrated that the basics are missing, replaced with odds and ends. And here's the part that feels deliberate. Many believe this isn't just poor management, it's corporate strategy. Stocking shelves with generic, unfamiliar brands saves the company money. Dollar Tree doesn't have to pay for big-name suppliers if they fill stores with cheap knockoffs. But while corporate cuts costs, customers pay the price in disappointment. Shoppers walk out empty-handed, realizing they'll need to go somewhere else and spend more just to finish their shopping list. The seasonal sections tell the same story. Halloween decorations that once felt sturdy now crumble before the holiday even arrives. Christmas ornaments break under their own weight when you try to hang them on the tree. Seniors who used to enjoy browsing for festive bargains now describe the experience as depressing, a reminder that quality has been traded for quick profits. And then there's the inconsistency. You might find a product you like one week, only for it to vanish the next, never to return. No warning, no explanation. Just shelves shuffled with whatever new off-brand shipment corporate decides to push. This revolving door inventory forces customers to buy in bulk when they do find something worthwhile, because they know it might disappear without notice. From the outside, it looks like chaos, but many speculate it's not chaos at all. It's calculated. By constantly rotating stock and flooding stores with mystery brands, Dollar Tree avoids being tied to the reputation of trusted names. They can charge more for less, without anyone holding them accountable for falling standards. For seniors, the shift is especially discouraging. What once felt like a reliable, budget-friendly store now feels like a gamble. Will you find what you need, or will you leave frustrated, forced to spend more elsewhere? And the more often shoppers leave empty-handed, the more they begin to question whether Dollar Tree is even worth the trip. For years, Dollar Tree's strength was simplicity. You grabbed what you needed, lined up at the register, and a cashier helped you check out. It was quick, human, and easy, especially for seniors who valued a friendly face and a little assistance. But step into many Dollar Tree stores today, and you'll notice something jarring. The front end is now dominated by self-checkout machines. Screens glow, scanners beep, and confused customers stand around trying to figure out what to do. The once familiar checkout process has become a digital obstacle course. On the surface, corporate spins this as modernization, a way to make the shopping experience faster and more efficient, but shoppers aren't buying it. For many seniors, these machines are not efficient at all. The scanner demands an item be placed in the bagging area even when it already has been. The screen flashes error messages that require staff intervention. Meanwhile, the lone human cashier struggles to keep up with a line stretching halfway down the aisle. Instead of making things easier, the technology creates frustration. And here's the corporate angle. Self-checkout machines don't take lunch breaks. They don't ask for raises. They don't call in sick. By investing in kiosks, Dollar Tree reduces the need for live cashiers, which means fewer employee hours and lower labor costs. From a boardroom perspective, it's an easy way to trim expenses, but for customers, especially older ones, it feels like abandonment. Imagine a 70-year-old shopper, groceries in hand, staring at a touchscreen that refuses to cooperate. They need help, but the employees are stretched thin, running between stocking shelves, cleaning spills, and fixing broken machines. The warm, simple checkout Dollar Tree was once known for has been replaced by cold, frustrating technology that leaves seniors feeling stranded. And that's the speculation many are beginning to voice. This isn't about modernization at all. It's about profit. It's about squeezing labor costs while selling the illusion of progress. Dollar Tree executives may boast about efficiency, but what customers actually experience is confusion, stress, and a sense that people no longer matter in the company's business model. For seniors, who once relied on Dollar Tree as a place of dignity and ease, the self-checkout era feels like the exact opposite. Instead of simplicity, they get complexity. Instead of human connection, they get error messages. And instead of leaving the store satisfied, they leave drained, wondering if this is the future of shopping, or just another corner cut by corporate at their expense. One of the biggest changes longtime shoppers notice isn't just on the shelves, it's in the people. Walk into a Dollar Tree today and something feels different. Employees look exhausted, rushed, and sometimes downright miserable. Lines stretch long, shelves sit half-stocked, and customers wander the aisles looking for help that never comes. At first glance, it might be easy to blame the workers, but here's the truth. This isn't an employee problem. It's a corporate problem. Behind the scenes, Dollar Tree has been cutting labor hours to save money. That means fewer staff are expected to do more jobs, running the register, stocking shelves, cleaning the store, and answering customer questions, all at the same time. For barely above minimum wage, workers are asked to carry the weight of 3 people. No wonder they look worn out. And here's where seniors feel the change most. Not long ago, Dollar Tree employees were known for being helpful and approachable. They'd walk you to an aisle, help you reach something on a high shelf, or patiently explain a product. For older shoppers, that small kindness mattered. It turned an ordinary trip into a pleasant experience. But now, those moments of customer care are rare. Staff simply don't have the time. Seniors who once relied on employees for assistance are now left to struggle on their own. This shift raises bigger questions. Did corporate decide that customer service no longer matters? By keeping stores understaffed, executives cut costs and boost profits, at least on paper. But the human cost is enormous. When customers feel ignored, when they see workers sprinting past without so much as eye contact, they begin to wonder if anyone in charge still cares about the shopping experience at all. The saddest part is hearing from longtime employees themselves. Many of them once took pride in their stores, proud to serve their communities. Now they openly complain about being stretched too thin and feeling unappreciated. It's a sign that corporate isn't just cutting labor, they're cutting morale. And when morale crashes, service quality follows. For seniors, the impact is deeply personal. Many depended on Dollar Tree not just for bargains, but for a sense of connection, a smile at checkout, a bit of help reaching a product, the comfort of being treated with respect. When even that disappears, shopping becomes stressful instead of simple. And that leads to the bigger speculation. Is Dollar Tree deliberately trading customer service for cost savings? From a financial perspective, reducing staff is an easy way to make quarterly numbers look good. But from the shopper's perspective, it strips away the very heart of what made Dollar Tree a neighborhood store instead of just another faceless retailer. When you add it all up, the rising prices, the shrinking products, the declining quality, the dirty stores, the endless self-checkout machines, and the lack of customer service, you begin to see a bigger picture. Dollar Tree has lost more than just its bargains. It has lost its identity. For decades, Dollar Tree wasn't just another discount chain. It was a place built on a promise. Everything for $1, simple and fair. That promise was more than clever marketing. It was the foundation of trust. Seniors, families, and everyday shoppers knew they could walk through those doors and shop without stress, without math, without surprises. It was a rare certainty in a world where prices everywhere else seemed to climb. But once corporate leadership abandoned that $1 guarantee, the foundation cracked. Prices went up, products shrank, quality fell, and stores declined. In the boardroom, executives may see this as adapting to the times, but for customers it feels like betrayal. Because when a company gives up the very thing that made it special, what's left to keep people coming back? Many believe Dollar Tree's leaders underestimated the loyalty of their shoppers. They thought people would accept a price hike here, a smaller package there, a little less quality, a little less service, all in the name of staying profitable. But for millions of customers, especially seniors who counted on Dollar Tree for dignity and reliability, the message is clear: the store they trusted no longer exists. And here's the speculation that lingers. Was this always the plan? Did Dollar Tree's corporate team decide that the brand's identity, its one true promise, was expendable as long as profits kept climbing? If so, it's a dangerous gamble, because trust, once broken, is nearly impossible to rebuild. The sad reality is that many shoppers have already made their choice. They're walking away. They're spending a little more elsewhere to get products that actually work, in stores that actually care. And in doing so, they're leaving behind not just a retailer, but a piece of what Dollar Tree used to represent: a promise of fairness, simplicity, and value. For seniors who remember the old Dollar Tree, it feels like the end of an era. The name is still the same, but the heart of the brand is gone. And that is why millions are quitting Dollar Tree. Not just because of the higher prices, but because the trust, the dignity, and the promise that once defined it have all been thrown away. Dollar Tree built its empire on one simple idea: everything for $1. That promise created trust, dignity, and loyalty that lasted for decades. But today, with higher prices, smaller products, declining quality, messy stores, self-checkouts, and overwhelmed staff, that promise has been broken. The name Dollar Tree remains, but the heart of the brand is gone. And that's why millions of shoppers, many of them seniors who once depended on Dollar Tree, are now walking away. They aren't just leaving behind a store. They're leaving behind an identity that no longer exists. Have you noticed these changes at your local Dollar Tree? Do you still shop there? Or have you chosen to spend your money somewhere else? Share your story in the comments below. Your voice matters. And if you found this breakdown helpful, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the hidden truths behind the stores and brands we rely on every day.